Oh, I can't get to the thingy. There we go. Get that link. Got this link. What is going on, peeps? Woo! There we go. The exploit watermark's there in the videos now. Isn't that funny? Why? Does it? It just sucks. Actually, it kind of looks. Because, I mean, if anybody knows what it is. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome all who is here right now. Go ahead and get your water. Go to the bathroom. Get the pen and paper. It's time to start the week. Class is about to be in session. I don't know who's here. I'm going to check. There we go. Hector. What's up, cousin? What's good? Roman. Ronaldo. FGN in the house. You better believe it. I dropped the link in there just a little bit ago as well. So that link is there. Oh, yeah. I probably got to do... All right. All right. That is pretty much the links that I'm going to send out. If anybody, it's only 11:05, so we're still good right now. I hope everybody had a powerful weekend. I have the Matrix coding up on purpose because it's kind of going to fall into what we discussed over the weekend, because I, along with others, had a very, very powerful weekend this weekend, and just discussing new information, new ideas, all different types of man, we even went. Oh, I'll talk about it in a minute. It's crazy. If you weren't there for what we were doing this last over this last weekend, we will be doing it again this weekend and the weekend after that and the weekend after that. So I strongly recommend that you do not want to miss this next one. This one is going to be crazy. All right. I will be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get some more water. Be right back.
When you leave, that's gay. It's like, I knew what I was saying. When we can't wait to the home, we get to like learn the world. Just to learn you. Yeah, exactly. Agree with us. I mean, see who I'm dealing with. I'm putting a lot of faith in you guys. And someone who I'm dealing with. True. Think about it. Some big ass, big steps. Huh? Excited. The energy's coming back and everything. Yeah, man. I never lost weight. I'm like last month. Night tomorrow? Yeah. In the morning? Tomorrow night. Like, I'll give you it's honestly like a lot of people. But me and Christian were talking about obviously outcome people do like yes. The study doesn't that's why DFW it's not like the hard year yeah we do bro like I end up looking to Washington bro there it is that spot set up huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's everywhere. What? I'll get like one back. I really do. I just last time I picked up I spoke to oh wait. I would say you're or wait, which way you go to your own place? Oh, you're staying chill. Yeah. Is your aunt still there? No. Bro, they fucking left. Like, you know how I get supposed to say? Yeah. They fucking did after the second month.
Sorry about that, guys. I am back. Back for the business. Where's my folder? Got it right here. Hello, welcome, 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 guys. We are about to get started. Let me pull up the stream here. And of course, all of my little trading windows crashed. Why wouldn't they? You already know. Sean, Brooks, Yessie. Ooh, man, what a powerful Sunday so far. Tyson, you are here. What's up, man? If you missed church this morning, Cousin Williams preached a sermon. You can go to my page on Facebook and watch it. All right, cousin. Chance. All right, guys, we're about to just get started. It is 11:11, right on point. So we're gonna go ahead and get things kicked off the way that we need to. So, for the ones who've been here before, you already know. I was just thinking about, how I'm always sounding. Where'd my pen go? Well, get out of here. All right. All right. So, guys, with that being said, what's up, Jose? What's up, Miguel? What is going on? Yeah, I have the matrix coding up for a reason, but go ahead, guys. Hands in a pose with the eyes closed. I can't rhyme anymore past that. And just take your breaths right now. Take in meaningful, meaningful breaths. Oh, man. All right, guys, with your eyes still being closed and while you continue your breathing exercises, I just want to thank you guys for being here on this Sunday night, for being here all the time. It is such a powerful and meaningful experience for me to just see everybody every day pushing to go to that next level, man. It's just, I personally, guys, I cannot thank you enough for being a part of the community that's doing it. And as you may hear me always sounding like a broken record, well, in my eyes, I feel like somebody has to, because if nobody is going to be saying the same things that need to be said on a daily basis, that they can start to kind of lose track of what they are and kind of just throw them in the back burner because you've got so many other things that you need to worry about. Well, we always got to get back to just the rudimentary things such as breathing, because it's some of the things that we easily overlook every day. And this is why I open up class with it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Whew. I always get the hiccups when I do my breathing, but guys, thank you so much for co-creating the experience that we're about to have tonight. And for all of the other ones that you've already been a part of and the ones that you are going to be a part of. And if this is your first time, this may seem a little unorthodox for you, but I promise that doing something like as simple as just closing your eyes and breathing, that it's really potently powerful for us as humans, just to be able to supply our bodies with the things that it needs, especially when you're trying to learn or trying to move past where you are at the particular moment. Providing oxygen into your body is going to be one of the natural things that can just, in a way, get your body high on the fact that you have so much more, and it's something that your body may not be used to. So as you continue to do it every day, and as I continue to say it every single time we start and in this stream, that your body might start doing it habitually, that when you're dealing with a problem, good or bad, just something that needs to be fixed, that one of the natural responses that your brain is going to start doing is a breathing response to it, that as long as you remember that you are breathing in any type of situation, that you are going to be able to conquer it and handle it and learn and move on from it. So with that being said, open your eyes, guys. What is going on? I want you to see this number, Roman. Roman, why are you trolling me like that? Anyways, guys, welcome to the Trade House stream. I'm gonna go ahead and kill our matrix coding. Remember that matrix coding because I'm gonna be bringing it up in here in just a little bit. Oh, and that's not the one I want up. I want this one up. All right, so I wanted to pull this little image up as well, just to give you another visual. I like slamming people with visuals in their heads. This is the musical and the light spectrum all put together, and a wonderful, wonderful Fibonacci sequence because that is exactly how it is. Really, really, really good. Hold on one second. There it is. Okay. All right. All right. And guys, before we get started, how was your weekend? Were you a part of what we did? What did you guys do over the weekend that you didn't know before the weekend had started? What did you progress on? Was it trading? Was it what we went over? And because when we had our True Seeking webinar on Friday, it literally did not stop. We went all night, like literally all night. The sun was up when I finally finished. Went through an amazing series about what the future could be looking like in 30 years. And it was just about what technology is doing right now and what they are ultimately trying to do. And it's honestly just unbelievable on what they were talking about. But I'm curious to know what you guys went over, and I'm pulling up the news right now, so we are good. All right, so what we're looking at so far on news, because I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way.
Coming over tomorrow?
All right, TJ, you have a good night, brother. All right, so what we're looking for news today, obviously we got GBP on a bank holiday, so we're not going to have a lot of the GBP pairs moving because of GBP. Loving life, you better believe it.
Grandpa.
All right. Bro, I read on an amazing trading plan how I can scale my account with 90 pips per day, helping me big time seeing my future and keeping patient. Chance, if you wouldn't mind, brother, I would love to see that. If you wanted to send it to me, I could pull it up just to say, what your trading plan is helping you. Chance, I actually referenced you today. Shout out to you, man, because one thing that you told me was that trading plan has helped you. It has helped you improve on your trading, and that's really exciting to hear because I'm telling you that 95% of the people who fail in Forex, more than likely, way more than half of those people that failed did not have exactly what you're talking about right now. And that's really incredible. Yo, what's going on, Oscar? How is it going? So with that, now that we got all right, so we'll just go ahead and knock the news out of the way. We have a little bit of news going on during the New York session today. Not probably going to be anything. There's literally no news on this London session tonight. So really not a lot going on. But as you guys know, as we get closer to Friday, it is the week. It is the NFP week, guys. So as we move forward with anything that we're going to be talking about for the rest of this week, as we always do on the Forex week, is remember that everything is building up for NFP as well. And it's funny because on Friday, the dollar went against what I said. It had a drastic push up for the dollar. And it's still just feeding back into my idea of unbelievable, like how much the dollar has been moving against just against the other pairs. And I'm just saying that the dollar is really doing something. Like it's been moving. It's just the way that the dollar index, we were just looking at it. What's the symbol for it? ADX1?
What? DX1?
DXY. DXY. Pull up the DXY really quick. So just a random spike up, and it actually kind of bottomed out at the bottom of, and this is, by the way, this is the dollar index for anybody who doesn't know. I watched a video from an IML member that showed me how to use risk management to take the emotions out of trading. I wrote a plan out and we'll be testing this week. That is awesome, Standard. Great job. Hyperinflation won't be long. Show me how to use risk management to take the emotions out of trading.
I was there
I
Friday,
wrote a
man.
plan
It
out
was
and we'll be
like
testing
that
this
one
week. That insurance commercial, mind blown. I don't know what insurance commercial that you're talking about, but Oscar, I'm glad that you were there for Friday. That's just a personal, just like another personal testimony of the information that was discussed on Friday night. But getting back to the dollar index, the dollar, of course, everything's got to crash. Why wouldn't it? Oh my goodness. All right. So getting back to it. The dollar has finally kind of pushed back up to that make even sign that it's been doing. But honestly, guys, I have been feeling as the dollar has just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is so frustrating. I'm gonna close all the other ones out and open them as need be. Okay, so GBP or no, I wanted to please stay on this. Like, my goodness. All right, so very, very easy to see that the dollar after the Friday news pushed right up to a little bit of what you could call support or resistance, but there really is none. This is just simply the price of the dollar, not going against anything else, but it did totally come back up to that spot. Made a huge push on the last day of this week with the chairman of the Fed speaking. I don't think on Forex Factory if it said any. Is it just where is it? Okay, yeah, it's just the chairman. Just the chairman spoke. There was really no information to put on Forex Factory or anything, but whatever she said really drastically helped the dollar out a lot, and it's still, like Miguel said, just feeding back into my idea of hyperinflation on the dollar, where there's no reason why the dollar should be going up. Essentially, yeah, great. Our last NFP was great, and that's what I'm saying, that this week is probably just going to be built for what's going to be happening on NFP. It did come back up to the zone, so as we're going to be following the dollar index for the rest of this week, where you need to be paying attention to it just to see what it's going to be doing. I was there for, oh yeah, so really be paying attention to what this is and what the language that it's trying to tell you. So keep an eye on the dollar index, especially this week, over all week. So as we prepare for NFP, and that was the third thing that I was gonna say. So NFP news, and then talking about the weekend was the first three things that I wanted to talk about. If I'm glad that if anybody who didn't make it, but just to know, just so you know what Oscar was saying, what Tyson was there, Cowie was there. I mean, just so we had a bunch of people there, and a lot of information. A lot of information was discussed. It wasn't even necessarily imperative to Forex, but frequencies in general, and that's why I had the matrix coding up. Was even why I have this picture up right here, the musical spiral of frequency, color, and light, because they are literally generally you can impose them on top of each other, and then they will all be in accordance with each other, and that's exactly what this is showing. The universal tuning of 432 hertz. Every type of frequency is measured by hertz per second. Another thing that I had learned, I didn't know that it was measured by seconds. Fib the DXY. Okay. It's actually the way that we had drawn it a second ago was.
Yeah, 61.8 would be. It's gonna be up here. So go.
So there's that fib right there. This is on the relevant high that it had drawn on July, the highest high that it had made, and it's just making its strides back up. It is over a bit of it is over this 0.382 right now. We're gonna see if it's gonna come back and retest. Where it's at right now is a little bit of a zone where price is rejected from it multiple times, and then or obviously just blasted through it. So even where it's at, that's still going to be a critical spot if it's going to make right now. It's just kind of been trending in that one particular spot. It's only moved, and yeah, this isn't really registered this way, but I mean, nothing really from 95.45 to 95.51, almost no increase at all since it's made that move. What is it doing? There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like right there between the 0.382 and the 0.5. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, if I find my damn pin, I don't know where my pin went. Do you have a pen? Thank you, sir. Good throw. Good throw. All right. So one thing that we are going to be doing is following the dollar index every day. We're going to look. It's going to be one thing that I'm going to actually start implying into everybody because I think everybody already almost trades the dollar. So if you're not looking at it, we're just going to look at it as a group and we can discuss what the dollar's been doing. There is going to be a retracement. There is going to be a response to this massive move going up, especially not just on the dollar index, but all of the pairs. They all moved against it. AUD, USD, obviously taking a big, nice drop. He had a huge push down and then pushed right back up. It was just interesting to watch. So following the dollar index every day, and that's what I will be following up with. Y'all can hold me accountable with it, whether I'm going to be watching it with news or not. It's okay. It can just be a part of the news. That's what I'll start doing, so we can always be paying attention to it. Now, as we start this, the beginning of this next week, Chance, like you said a little bit ago, where is mine? All right, so how many people have done this? How many people have been following up with their trading plan right now? And that is another thing I would like to know. How has it helped you? Has it helped you? Has it improved anything? Has it improved your identity or your ability to identify different types of problems or anything that you've been going through? Has it kind of opened your eyes and done what it's supposed to do? Have you not looked at it at all after you made it? I mean, just be honest with yourself, especially. But I mean, the point is, guys, is that if you're not doing it, and this is something that I'm talking about on Sunday for a reason, because this could be the best week for you to go ahead and start. We're about to start a new month. This is a new week, all of that good stuff. So this is going to be good information. Remember, identify what trader type you are, your strengths and your weaknesses. When do you trade? Your pip goal, your markups, an example, trading rules, and then all of your rules right here. What do you want out of forex? You know, just like some very personal, maybe even physical, tangible things. Filling out this allowed me to make my decision to go all in with forex. See, if it gives you the premise of the idea to step into that world, but with a map, with a compass, with a plan of action, with a heading of what you want in this world. I'm telling you guys, 95% of the people who do this fail. Why? Is because they don't know what they're doing. They're following the same type of philosophy that is taught on YouTube. The things that all of the different types of things that you can find for free on YouTube are the things that some people can make money with, and that they do, but maybe not all of the time, maybe only some of the time, and maybe none of the time at all. But they're oversaturated. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. We could be talking about harmonics. We could be talking about Fibonacci. We could be talking about support and resistance, supply and demand. All of it, guys. It's what you do with that information is really going to dictate what and how that is going to set you up. So remember your why, guys. Remember your why you're doing this. I have mine right here. I read it all the time. But if you don't know what your why is or why you're doing what you're doing, then I promise you that you're just fooling yourself to the fact that you think that you're just going to make money. And that's not really anything that, I mean, it's just not, it's not beneficial to just say, oh yeah, I'm up 89 pips right now. Well, great, you're up 89 pips, but that doesn't mean anything. So if it doesn't mean anything to you, it certainly wouldn't mean anything to anybody else. So you have to make sure that when you're up an X amount of money, whatever that number is, and I found out who in here counts their pips versus their profit. Who in here is a profit counter to see what their dollar amount that they're making is, or are they seeing what their pips are? Obviously, y'all know mine. I like to count pips. I like to know how many pips I'm getting per trade, and when I have that ability to get to that consistency, literally 80%, 70%, 90% of the time, uh, that I will be able to do that on any type of management or risk management at all. Wouldn't matter at that point anymore. So I implore you guys on Sunday, and as we get closer to the NFP, I won't stay on the trading plan. We all know that we need to have this. This is all something that you need to have written down. And I gave this even as a homework assignment. So if you have it done, I hope that you're implementing it. If you are implementing your trading plan, you can also send me a message on what the trading plan has done for you. Is there anything that you found that you improved on your particular trading plan? Did it help you? And give it to me so I could probably implement it into mine own as well. Because none of us have all of the answers, guys. We all have different multiple answers that can all help us. So really, really good information to have you on the uh, on your goals and your why and everything, guys. Just all in your trading plan, something that you can refer back every single time. Catch pips, scale lots. Exactly, Chance. Exactly. Who else in here does? And I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you count your profit, because at the end of the day, I mean, that's why we're all in this market and everything. So if you count the dollar amount, I can't call you wrong, especially if you're making the money out of the dollar amounts, trading on higher lot sizes. I mean, it if you see, instead of you wanting 30 pips, you want $30 per trade or $50 per trade. No matter what that lot size is, you will go in, make $50 and get out and get out and get out and get out. Haven't liked market movements over the past 2 weeks, and I know this week will be crazy, so I'm switching back to demo until after NFP. It's going to be interesting. Honestly, I'm very, very interested to see what this NFP was. And real quick, just to pull up a little bit of NFP news, we'll go to the non-farm employment change. And remember, the last two, August or July and August, was both positive, and it's both positive. But then June and May were both negative immensely, especially June. June was a massive, massive drawdown for the dollar, and then all it's done, it was short 100K in June, and then July it went up 100K, then went up. What is it? 180, 70, like 75 more K in August. So this one's going to be very, very interesting. Look, the projections are out. So they're also projecting 186K, which is the forecast. That was the forecast. That's generally their forecast. 186K, 175K, but obviously that number isn't as relevant to when the numbers actually do come out and all that kind of stuff. So be paying attention to that. Remember, the golden number is 186K for the for the non-farm numbers, and the market movements have been acting a little bit weird. I'm honestly surprised. All right, Terry, I'll send you, if you're here, brother. Thank you for tuning in, and I will get you. As a matter of fact, here I can just send it to you right now. You're gonna have to have access to it. There you go. All right. And before we actually start looking at the pairs, this is the homework assignment that I want everybody. This is it. So this is going to be Sunday. This is a little bit more about the start of the week and what we are doing. I just dropped the link. I'm going to drop the link. I'll go ahead and take the time to do it right now. All right, I'm going to drop this in the Trade House group. This link that I just dropped out to everybody, bookmark it. It'll be something that you'll need to get booked, or one thing that will really help you. 166 documentaries to expand your mind. There's a lot of good ones in here. I have not seen more than half of these, but even the less than the half that I have seen have been unbelievable and honestly life-changing. I mean, to expand your consciousness, to expand your mind, to move past where you are. Zeitgeist is about money. Here's Thrive, about an unbelievable amount of information, ancient knowledge. Here's some 9/11 stuff, human resources, social engineering in the 20th century. what your homework is, and everybody write this down, is I want you to go on here and I want you to pick one that you have not watched and watch it. So I'm writing that down. Homework. And we'll do this by Wednesday. By Wednesday, guys. Give you plenty of time. For Wednesday, I want you to pick one. At minimum one. If you can get through more, and then we can discuss what you are, or what I mean, the ones that you had watched. The one that I'm going to be watching is either Priceless or Home. I haven't seen Home, but I really want to watch it, so I think that's going to be the one I watch, which is number one. Anybody can just jump to any that they find might be interesting. Priceless is another one I've heard is, oh wait, it's not available, so I could find it, but if the video is not available, so some of them look like they're not available, just find one that is. Most of them are, and pick one, and so we can get through it. Ancient Knowledge 59. Ancient Knowledge is here. It's right here. Ancient Knowledge is 5.5 hours long. Here's another one that's an hour long. I mean, just unbelievable. Really, really, really good information. It's in my favorite documents. There you go, Miguel. So by Wednesday, have at least one of the 166 docs watched, but not even just watch it, guys. Take notes off of it. Take mad notes. Watch it as many times as you can, because one watch through of something is not going to give you the answers for everything that you're looking for within that video. If there's an answer that you're looking for, even when you watch something, you're gonna miss it completely. And then on that third watch through, that's going to be when you're actually going to be like, oh man, I've seen this before. Well, you just didn't remember it, and then your whole idea is that you need to watch it enough or be that broken record, like I said, so to where you hear it enough and then it just sticks with you more or less. Whatever, we're not eating those limitless pills that all of a sudden every single thing that you've ever experienced in your life instantly becomes categorized, organized, and available for you to just be able to talk about all over and over and over. In the movie, he's just like, oh yeah, I was walking through the street or whatever, and I saw something talking about some documentary, and then he ends up having a whole conversation to another person about that, and all he did was just like walk past it, but his eyes and his brain completely grabbed the information, locked onto it, but his consciousness self can't draw on it. Even though the memory's there, he just doesn't have the ability to tap into that information. So what we have to do to combat that is we have to watch things over and over and over, be that broken record that we all need to be, because it just has to happen. NZT, yes. Number 5 is one I've always wanted to see. Which one is that? Number 5, Earthlings, yes. Earthlings. And see, and when I guarantee, look, face they live where they live. Let me live without this empty place. So that's it. This is it right here. And this one's going to talk about a lot of stuff that, I didn't even meant to show that to you guys, but this one's it's about the realness of the world, guys. It's not about, hiding you from information. It is to expand your consciousness on where we are as human beings and how we can move on to that next level with everything. All right, so that is your homework, and I would like that done by Wednesday. And I will have one done as well. Well, actually, I'm probably going to have more than one, but I will have my notes, and we will be able to talk about what we got from it. Yessie, why are you going to cry? Oh, because of what we just saw? Yeah, well, if you don't want to see anything like that, Zeitgeist is about money. It is about the creation of money. This has been viewed 6 million times. That is so much information being shared. This just goes on and on and on about a lot about money. It doesn't have. This should be played in movie theaters indefinitely for no charge. That's a pretty good top comment. But yeah, get through any of these. It even goes over 9/11 as well. But make sure that you get through any of these guys, and make sure that you write it down. May not watch that one now. Yeah, hey, it's okay. The point is that it's there. It is relevant. You have if you can't stomach it, then that's okay. You have to be able to get to it. But things happen like that in the world, guys. You can't necessarily hide yourself from that information because you have to be able to combat it. If you're just hiding from it, it's not going to change because that's exactly what they want everybody to do is just to ignore the fact that everything is frequency, for example, and or what we just saw about those animals being probably slaughtered for us to eat. I mean, it's just what happens. All right, so accountability partner, that just all feeds back into the same idea with your goals and your training plan. Accountability partner might be the number one most thing that we need to that everybody needs to have. If you do not have accountability partner, you need to be writing it out. I'm going over trading plans even here, and so that when you actually have your trading plan, you switch it, you give yours and they give you theirs. And so you have you just have that cross check with you. We're all so used to having bosses. We're so used to in that mindset of always having uh someone telling us if we're doing okay, if we're not, and we're kind of like looking up waiting for that to happen. So if you don't have that happening, then especially like in your forex trading, if you don't have that, you just kind of whatever, you're just in the world. You don't I hear it all the time. I want to make money with forex. Well, okay, can you systematically tell me how much per day, how much per week, how much per month, and what you need to do to achieve to the goals that you actually want to get to? And it doesn't matter if you don't get to them every single day or not. The fact that you are bringing it up into existence is telling me that you are looking for that thing. If y'all want to know a little bit more about frequencies, I already dropped the link for everybody to to see what it was. But this is the rice experiment. If you, we also posted about this as well. When all this guy does is give out negative emotion, negative energy to his hate, to his love. So you'll start to see that hate truly starts to mold quicker than the things that he started to show positive emotion to. This is frequencies, just like our cell phones, guys. Our cell phones, when you think that we get internet and we be able to place calls and that kind of stuff, it's not that this thing has like some invisible wire connected to the wall or something. We have the ability to take them anywhere. Why? Because they are frequencies. They are literally electromagnetic frequencies that translate from our phone to the cell phone towers that we're close to. Because as you guys know, if you're not within range of a cell phone tower, then your cell phone doesn't work. You have no service. So within the range of these cell phone towers, electromagnetic vibrations, frequencies, whatever you want to call them, are truly giving off. And this is just an example of love and hate that you give off even to rice. When you talk, I mean, I even told um, I was talking about a little while ago today about even giving positive affirmations to your car. If you sit there and say you hate your car, you hate why am I driving this thing, it's more than likely just going to break down on you just simply because of the vibrations and the frequencies that you were putting out to everything. So this right here, I mean, this is just like with a perfect example of, do you love or do you hate on a daily basis more than one or the other? As you can see what this person did, and it's not even just this person, it is everybody that does this. There are plenty of people that have done this rice experiment, and I implore you, if you haven't done it, to try it. If you are skeptical about it, then try it and see what it is actually done just by literally the affirmations that you put out into the existence around you, the matrix coding. Whether you can see it or not, remember, you can only see a very small portion of the light spectrum versus gamma rays and X-rays and alpha waves and electromagnetic waves and all. I mean, there's so many different ones, guys. They go on and on and on. And this guy, look, I mean, just talking. I mean, they're talking right now. I know you can't hear it, but there's just literally talking about the frequencies that you put off. Even cell phones put off a frequency, radio frequencies, microwave frequencies, and all they do is when they amplify that, they heat things up. And that is all a microwave is just literally heating up the very, very small who has a harmonic scanner? Huh. I have my rice. Just need to find the jars to start the experiment. Yes, see, there you go. They're sold at Walmart for very, very cheap as well. So if you don't doubt that frequencies or even the things that you were putting out into the world, and I'm saying that even as a part of your trading plan to always be as positive, especially on the charts, that you know that you're going to make money, because if you already tell yourself and you tell the reality around you that I'm going to lose money, that I feel like I'm going to have to recover money or this or that, then that is exactly what's going to happen. This rice experiment can literally show you that when you promote negative energy, hate, or you're just trying to beat the other person, you don't want anybody to be better than you or anything like that, then that's the kind of things that you're going to get. You're not going to have rice that's going to be able to flourish and live longer. You're going to uh, you're going to be in that right state of mind. And as you continue with your forex education, this is the stuff that 95% doesn't hear. This is what you guys need to hear, and this is the value that I'm trying to hope that I'm not hoping, that I know that you guys are gaining value from, and I know that you're hearing it from other places as well. But it's so relevant to everything that we do on it, on just in I mean in every single aspect of our lives. It does not stop. Do the rice experiment. If you don't think that frequencies are real, if for some reason that you don't think, I even dropped a little video here about frequencies. I don't remember where I dropped it, but yeah, it's on my Facebook wall. Okay, I lied. Wherever. Oh yeah. I put it on IML Elite. So if you're a part of IML, you'll be able to see it. It's right here. Resonance, beings of frequency. This is a very, very powerful, very, very good, very, very good documentary that you can watch. I just went ahead and dropped the link. Kennedy, you are absolutely okay. Welcome, brother. It is absolutely okay. I dropped, since you're just here, real quick, I wanted to let you know that our homework for this week, due by Wednesday, is watching at a minimum one of these documentaries to expand your mind. I don't care which one it is, but in any case, The Secret of Oz sounds really good too. Oh, you have to pay for it. No. Yep, there we go. So The Secret of Oz, that sounds good. I'm gonna leave that one up as well. But resonance, beings of frequency, it just talks about I mean, just so much, guys. I won't stick on the frequencies. But that was another reason why I had the picture up that I posted a little while ago, was that even sounds, even our octaves, everything that we use in music is also very much so a part of it, because it's all coming from the same exact source. So we'll move on past that. We've talked about the dollar index. Got the homework out for everybody. So I got the link. That was the homework, talking about frequencies, done. So I pretty much just covered all of what I wanted to talk. Oh, well, I'm going to leave this in my lap because we're going to look at some pairs now. So as everybody knows, all of the pairs moved into the direction for the dollar, went against my bias, which was okay, because either my pendings didn't get hit or I got stopped out. It's a-okay with me. I completely accept. Everybody knows that I was saying that the dollar was going to take a hit. It didn't, and here we are. And I even said it. I was like, I could be completely dead wrong, and it's going to make a move down, and it did, and it made a huge move down, or not down. I'm looking at AUD USD. The dollar made a huge move up, is what I'm trying to say. So that's okay with me, and I hope that that is okay with y'all guys, because I don't have all of the information in the world. If I would have known that they were still going to hyperinflate the dollar even more, just like what they did in the Big Short about the housing market and everything, that the numbers weren't reflecting what is actually supposed to be happening, then that is okay. Watch GBP being slow tonight. What have I missed so far? Just some news. We've been talking a lot about homework will be completed. Thank you, Kennedy. USD JPY, what's your opinion? It's been oversold all day. Yeah, we'll get to UJ here in just a second, but on odd USD, well, no, we'll finish AUD USD. So as you can see, it busted out through under the daily zone. that we have been living with AU for a very, very long time. As you can see, I mean, this is all the way back to the beginning of the month, pretty much, is when it made it through this daily zone. And it is, pretty much just been bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And now it's under it because of the strength of the dollar that the dollar had gained. It is making a bit of a retracement up, about 20 pips, not crazy. But I'm already going to be looking at right here at this range on AU, is that's a daily zone. And I will be looking to see if it's going to come back up and retest this, because as obviously, as you guys can see, it loves this area, the top and the bottom of it. So I would be easily having a, I'm going to go ahead and put AU with this line also in place. Let me see if I can't, yeah, I see it right there. So we can draw even from this as well. If you wait, I'll go with you.
Oh yeah, everything's open 24 hours. Not everything, but a lot of shit.
Walmart's not 24 hours?
Yes, it is.
What? Kmart? Oh, they're open 24 hours? Oh.
They'll have Kmart. That sucks. I'm sorry.
All right, so that would be a little bit of a zone that it has a little bit more confluence, looking for a little bit more. Let's go ahead and back out to the day. What are you guys, and real quick, what are your thoughts on AU? As you can see, this is the daily. Been making a move back up. It just made a a push back down. It certainly does have more room to keep falling. I'm going to go ahead and remove these right here. All right, well that's good. Okay, I'll remove this one at least. All right, we can go ahead and draw a daily. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a daily one real quick. Something.
Yeah, we just closed FX or FXC account Friday.
All right, so great. Yep, a little trend line, very easy to draw. Don't have to explain that one. All right, check that boy out. Check that baby out, Mike. Oh, okay, Corey, I got you.
What broker are we using?
GBP AUD. GBP AUD. I'll check it out in just a second. Oh, of course, nothing that I did on this was saved. Gotta love it because it's like collapsing itself. I don't really know why that keeps happening, but inevitably it just ends up happening. So I don't know why I can't fix that. Maybe I'm gonna uninstall Chrome later, but that's not for now. All right, so like I said, AU kind of just like it's been dropping, or as it just dropped, it's in a brand new zone. I definitely can go ahead and draw the phase for you if you guys want to see that as well. That would be the phase, and I'm going to be looking for a little bit more of the opportunities to be coming in back to the daily zone. So I'm going to set my my sell limit probably a little bit higher, and I'm also going to have a buy stop at the top as well. So I'm so mad. 0.75830, and then the buy limit, I would like to see it correct itself over the day or over the days as the dollar is gonna just essentially balance back out to where where it should be. 0.75951, which is about in the middle of my daily zone. There's probably a trend line somewhere if I could draw it with that level of confluence, but I'm kind of just like in the middle of the area. We have some wicks right there on AU, and then of course a buy limit back down to the very bottom of its touch. So that would be my buy limit, or no. Oh, okay. My buy stop was 0.759, 0.75951. My bad. Not a buy limit. My buy stop, and now my buy limit would be the very bottom, which would be 0.75250 to what I want. Never again. That feeling we felt. All right, so that would be AU. I'm not going to set a sell stop. I would have no idea why this thing would continue to move in that direction. It's already made its nasty push down. Look at I do have the RSI up as well. As we can see, it took a nice drop back up into the zone, so it's really trending within that RSI right now. Nowhere close to the moving average on the hour. We can check the day just to see. Yep, nowhere close. 4 hour, nowhere close. 15 minute, yeah, none of them are close to it right now, so it's not relevant. That's a 200. Uh, that's a 200 moving average, if you didn't know, by the way, as well. All right. And now, Yessie just sent me her AU, so we'll go ahead and check out Yessie's as well. And this is what she's got going on. Well, that we're going to have a move to the upside, and you're on the 4 hour. Okay. I like your tread lines, by the way. What is this? This is crazy down here. All right. So, she's channels for days, and you wanting a move to the upside, it just would make sense. And now that it's already made that move, you're saying that it should have about 83 pips up to come back and test that zone, and that's where's mine. So you were looking at, yeah, probably, and that's probably my daily zone that you have written out as well. That price level is 0.76. Where's that on mine? Oh, okay, so just back up. That's only about 80 pips. So you're talking about right here. Okay, yeah. So coming back to down there to continue to make another push back down on that pullback and then blasting up like Yessie. And remember that that's on the 4 hours. So if you are going to take something like that, dotted as a hypothetical. Oh, okay, yeah. Which okay, since you my AU Corey GBP AUD is looking nice. All right, so I'll check out GBP AUD here in just a second. What setting do you use for a moving average? Yeah, Miguel, it's 200. I don't know. It's just I guess the most default or the one that I was trained with the most. It's just the one that I use. It's only relevant in the most power points. It's relevant at power points, and that's why I like it. Not a moving average that sticks right with the candlestick. It's not relevant really, except for if you're scalping. Let me get some water. Which one are you looking at, John? What do you think?
I'm trying to decide because I want to see the dollar come up to here.
Yeah, well, that's what Yessie's saying as well. That's going to take another drop. AU will take a drop down to 0.74922. It's going to make its pullback retracement up. I don't know why I'm pointing with my finger, but a retracement back up 83 pips to come back and retest what it did on the news this day, and then come back around and hypothetically drop another 100 pips, which would drive the dollar index back up. So Jordan is also saying that he wants to see the dollar index come back up, which would therefore obviously mean that the dollar is getting even more powerful again, which is still going to be feeding into my bias that even maybe this NFP is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be, especially with this push up that set up the week for NFP on all of the USD pairs, making this nice little move down. And if it makes another push down, as in the dollar getting stronger again, man, this what I okay. So if that were to happen, if with this news coming out that came out Friday, pushing the dollar down, and NFP pushing the dollar up even more after the dollar index after a retracement or whatever it is, NFP making the dollar even stronger, uh, that that's like legitimately the Big Short when they were saying that so many things were telling them that the dollar was going to collapse, but yet some person of the Fed comes out and says, no, 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 the dollar's doing great, everything's doing great, and there we go, everything is just fine, and everybody takes it. The market moves in the direction that they had opposed or imposed on it, and then there it goes. But I just man, my bias is the dollar is coming down. Just win. That's always the red thing. If USD pushes up again, I don't think it will be long before it tanks. Exactly, Miguel. If this AU, for example, or UJ pushes up, or AU comes pushing down even further, it has to make a big old retracement back down, because if it starts doing that, it will be it should just be very obvious to everybody is what I'm trying to get at. It should just be very apparent in your eyes, like, how long can we sell AU? How long is this going to continue to move in this direction? So we won't stick on AU anymore. We will check now with the most popular one that everybody's talking about. When the market crashes, I'm making millions. Corruption, manipulation, and inflation, they're all going to squeeze every penny that they can before it drops. That's very true. All right, so I don't think I have a template for GBP. Wait, what did y'all want? GBP AUD? Yeah, I don't have that. All right, so GBP. All right, GBP AUD. Well, I can already tell you off my first glance that I just saw, it is right at an area right now, and it just retested and got away from it again. This is on the 4 hours, so you've got this thing respecting, and this is just at my first look at it. What were y'all saying about? No, I won't even look yet. Okay, so on GBP AUD, let me do what I normally do. So we are going to go to the day. This is what we got going on the day, and making a, that's the Brexit drop on it. Made a retracement back up, set an even lower low, bounced off that area right there. I'm going to go ahead and set that up on, let me get closer here so I can get it a little bit more on point. All right. All right. So that would be a bit of that daily thing that we were looking at, and that's honestly, look at it, that's where it's going to be bouncing off. So we're good there. We'll go ahead and set this low as well. Yep. All Gucci. We see it all right. Nobody has to be explained what I'm doing right. And if so, that is perfectly A-okay. But all I'm doing is identifying my supply and demand zones on my daily. I refer back to my trading plan, and this is what I do. Go to daily, check the overall trend, go to the 4 hours, see if I get anything different, and then I go to the hour and start. Identify relevant price zones where price could go, supply and demand. Then I'm going to throw up a fib, place orders where I think markers or where the market could go. So that is currently my plan. Let me get back to it. GBP AUD. So we see that the bigger overall trend on pretty much all GBP pairs is down, as obviously the pound has been getting hit hard. It has been making its good strides up, so that's what we're going to be looking at the 4 hour. And then as you can see on first glance with the 4 hour is that it is 100% respecting a 200 moving average. Very, something extremely worth considering. That's not something you want to just look away from. Very well. That's also a supply and demand zone. So that, hold on, it crashed again. And of course, my zones get ridden away. Gotta love it. All right. Let me go ahead, and I'm on the 4 hour now. I'm gonna go ahead and just draw that one back up. And then I want to draw on the daily one more time. And I just messed up. I am not following my rules because my daily is purple, and I realize that now. So I remembered. I don't know how I forgot that, but made a little boo boo. Ha ha ha. All right. So there's my daily zone. Now let's get back down to the 4 hour, and we know where it is. And now look at that. Inversely, now the moving average is on bottom, and it did respect that moving average and bounced off. So if you were going to be holding on to a trade on GBP AUD, when the market crashes, I'm making UJ. Miguel, what do you mean? Uh, John and Miguel, yeah, we'll look at UJ in just a second here. Everybody was just asking about GA. So on GA, I'm not going to probably trade it or anything. I'm just going to be seeing if everything is going to be following through with that. So it is 148 pips down from that moving average even as we speak. So GA is going. I'm definitely going to be looking at a sell limit back up to the top if it comes up there. That's about 50 pips. I'll take a little bit of a break on that and go to 1 on a sell limit. And remember, guys, I always have to say it. These are not my signals. These are not calls. These are just my biases. It's not. I'm not telling anybody to buy or sell anything. It's just I'm just sharing what I think, what it could in theory do, what I think, where I think the market can go retap. And it's funny because even look, as you can see, it is respecting this stuff. It is respecting what it's doing. So even have a buy stop going with it as well with 1.4242. Wait, 1.74242. So that would be sell in a sell limit, a buy stop. Okay, so we'd be good on that. It does seem like it's respecting it pretty well on GA on the hour. But it, obviously, as we can see, wouldn't we all like to see this start kind of bouncing in between these channels that are right here? So I'm on the hour now, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch over, and we can go ahead and draw. Okay.
So AU at 75885.
AU at what?
75885.
What about it? 75885.
That's where everything is lining up for me. You got a strong, I guess, resistance right now of day time frame, but that's also a strong hour zone. That's also 38.2. It's like all right here.
Okay. So 75885
Yeah.
is, and so I'm just gonna write that down. What?
75889.
So 75889 is where Jordan thinks that that AU is going to be going to. AU is generally his pair. How do you find your supply and demand zones? Miguel, I got you, brother. You know how I like to do this. It's obviously when I'm looking for my supply and demand, I draw from wicks. I don't have to be 100% accurate because you got to remember in forex or in anything that everybody's using different spreads, different this, different that. So their highs and their lows on their candle wicks are going to be represented differently on their charts versus your charts. So a zone, in fact, would be better than just support and resistance lines because you can draw support and resistance lines where you find them, but with another broker, they could be 4 pips down or 4 pips up. So a zone is, generally much identified much better. But I always just go, like when you back out to the day a little bit, you can just see where price likes to bounce and get away from bounce, bounce, breaks through, bounce, and then breaks through, gets on top of it, lives on top of it for a little bit, then blasts down through it, and then are we going to see another bounce and it's going to continue to retest that low? We're not sure. But you're looking for the most identical, or you're looking for the biggest and best places to identify where price gets to and then instantly gets away from anything. Yeah, and that's the idea with any type of supply and demand zones. As long as you were doing it the right way, and when I mean the right way, I mean that there is no right way. It's just as long as you were getting the right information from them and utilizing that information. So that candle wick did close. That's fine. I keep thinking that that is a gap for a reason, but it's not. So we're good. But just like that, I mean, and then we go to the 1 hour, not 45 minutes, but specifically the hour, and then we can even start drawing them up in here as well. As in, we can draw these supply and demand zones within the other ones. So this one, I can see it right there. You got wicks for days up in that. And I mean, I'm not going to draw another one. I was drawing a phase. This is a phase. So that would be a phase. And then this coming up to that relevant high would be phase 2. So are we going to continue to see phases move? Are we going to see the push back up because it's already on top? Or are we going to see the push back down and it continue the trend going down? And this is on the hour. So my bad, I typed that when you were asking about what pair. Oh no, you're good. Moving during London, UJ. Okay, so chances even looking for UJ to sell. We'll get to that. But on GBP AUD, I have my sell limit and my buy stop just in case. And then on bottom, of course, having an easy pending at the bottom of the zone. Very, very simple to see. Have a buy limit at 1.72 1.72327 1.72327, and I won't set a sell stop. I'll be paying attention to it since we all talked about GA tonight. That we'll follow up with it later as well. I'm going to leave this exactly how it is, and we'll check on it later. So we are good with GA. What I'll go ahead and do now is we'll go ahead and pull up UJ. UJ. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Bop it 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 bop. I know all y'all are like doo 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 doo. I'm just kidding. All right, so as we can see, a nice move up for UJ, and then once again, you're obviously you're looking for that retracement sell. You're looking for the correction sell. You're looking for where you think that price is going to ultimately be going. No, you can go. It's fine.
I was like, his head always happens this way. It's funny.
All right. No, it's no worries. I just deleted these.
Hey, are you handing out the drive? Because they have access to other things on there.
Yeah, he's handing out the drive.
Okay, well they have access to everything on there.
Damn, Mike's just
So that was probably a bad idea.
All right, well I'll figure out a way to do it, but
using
it's
drive,
okay.
just stay away from it.
All right, UJ making a stupid move up. Black. Oh my goodness, why does this keep happening? I'm like going to uninstall Chrome on stream. I'm just trying to get rid of all these lines. I don't want them right now, so we're good on it.
Wait, I don't understand. Jordan, can you explain this trading plan? Is this all they need to see?
They want to, yeah.
Okay, so.
And edit it.
And that obviously well went over that limit.
Because all those people have access to our email now. And like everything on it.
Damn.
Well, I would have to delete it and then like.
Delete what?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set that as the bottom and the top of this phase. It's already made a little bit of a retracement down, closed its UJ gap very like almost immediately. Easy to see, opened up, came back up, and is now that's made its relevant high. And I'm not going to use that as my relevant high. I'm going to look at the rest, and obviously, as we can see, 102.271 is
Yes, ma'am.
it's seems very apparent. You can see multiple different prices, multiple different levels of price touch it. We can go ahead and look at the 1 day. You see that we've got the moving average nowhere close to it. Hold on, I want to open up another UJ really quick. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all this stuff so I can see. Sorry, guys. I can always rename them if need be, but it's not. Damn, even the arrows like are just.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, when they went to the fucking drive.
Jesus! Jesus!
Can we make this like
Yo.
a link or something? Can we send it this one? Instead of having
Oh,
all
you
the
have
drive?
something against excuses?
Hello?
All right, so I'm
Hi.
just fixing all of this really quick so we can look at it on the daily even better. All right, so
You make what?
and it still didn't really help. I'm just trying to see, even with this continuation of this lowest trend line on the daily, which is not supposed to be. There we go. That's going to be a daily going from the bottom of that, or that lowest low that UJ created on the day, and I'm going to go to that next relevant low, which is right there. We'll leave that there, and then hop back down onto the hour. And right now it is above that daily trend line that I have drawn out right now. So UJ dropping seems apparent to me, but right now it could still even continue to push up and break past this little bit of zone that it's at right now. So I'm going to be conservative and go to one of my hourly zones that I have, 102.613. That'll be a sell way up there, way up from where it is right now. How many pips? About 50 pips up, 102.698. All right, and then a buy stop can be just a bit above that. That could be at what, 102.85? Yeah, easy. So, and then obviously down at the bottom of this, I just followed through with the same thing. This is the lowest low that it's created. See it at least tap down there another time. I'll set my and this on UJ in particular, I actually will set a sell stop, because if it's going to continue to sell, it's obviously just going to continue to fall and fall and fall. So a sell stop probably at the start of that last hour, 101.653. And a buy limit at the very bottom of that lowest low that it's created for 3 hours, 101.713. Easy. So I like to see UJ come down as well. Chance, I'm definitely in accordance with that as well. I think that it's going to. Okay. That's Jordan's link. You stream every Sunday. Yes, yes, I do. Stream every Sunday through Thursday. It's not going that high. Well, I only need a 30 pip retracement, then I'm out. Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it's probably not going to go that high. It's just way up there, so that's okay. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. That's the beauty of pinning orders, is that it doesn't really matter if it doesn't hit it or not. You can just delete it.
I said let's go.
All right, so.
Oh my god, I'm not going. I don't want to go anymore.
All right. No, I already said y'all can go without me.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna do it.
All right, so that would be UJ. We've gone over AUGA, UJ. What's the next pair that you guys want to go over right now? We can go over gold. We can go over GJ. That's the one. Yeah, I don't know. All right, GJ. So let me remember, guys, that we still have that market gap. GJ made a big push up over the weekend, and as it's continued to push up, so there is that we have going on. I'll go ahead and draw this as the top and the bottom of that phase. The top of that phase is not relevant to me right now. It's already a little bit past all of this one right here. It is reaching on the hourly. It is reaching a little bit of that area. All right, so where price is the dotted line. It is hitting a bit of a retracement line or a rejection line on the daily, as it's all in the wicks of some of these daily candlesticks after obviously the big Brexit drop. So when that happened, you obviously get all these little days with all of these candlesticks, and that is exactly where GJ is on the daily. as we hop down to the 4-hour, this is what we're also looking at. We can go ahead and draw a channel or two. Oh yeah, and by the way, on the 4-hour of note, we're about 85 pips away from a 200 moving average, running up on the 2.618, so that's essentially still 6.1 or 1.618, and this daily zone is massive. Yeah, I've got this like well, drawn out. So we're gonna hop back down to the hour to not be so confused anymore. And let me go ahead and remove some of these lines. All right, go ahead. Yeah, I just went ahead and knocked that out. I didn't mean to remove that fib. I'm gonna remove my daily fib. I don't like fibs on dailies. I'm starting to not like it. I mean, it's good to know, but leave up or whatever and then take it off. It's kind of. All right, and so on the hourly, GJ is not touching anything. It's not anywhere close to it. Did we just get into our new hour? Oh wow, it's 12:21. All right, no worries. Well, uh, so G to J. Well, where's my pen? I don't lose pins. Gap's still open and it's way overbought right now on GJ. Where? What gap? Oh, there is a gap, isn't there, on GJ? Are you talking about the Brexit gap, Miguel? I could put on an RSI and see if that's what you're talking about, like on the daily. Very, very much so overbought right now. It's kind of just giving me that bias of like, okay, when is it going to actually start falling and retest? Oh, I have two RSIs up. No worries. All right, so giving it a little bit more room. Let's say that I would have my sell limit probably. That's only 12 pips up. So if it gets past that, where's price? All right, so a buy stop, which I don't think is actually going to be helpful. All right, so a buy stop at 134.446. All right. All right. So that would be at the top. My very, very easy to see that my relevant buy limit would be down here at the bottom to see if it's going to retest 133.284. All right. And then, I mean, honestly, my sell limit, I'm not going to set a sell limit because it's already in a zone and it might honestly start turning around. But the Great Britain banks are closed today, so we might also get a lot of consolidation at that area. Check for the gap at around the 131.008. Oh yeah, you're talking about the Brexit gap, aren't you? Yeah, this. Yep, this gap right here. That gap still has not been closed. And you gotta remember that. I'm gonna draw this in a box and I'm gonna make its colors red. I'll leave that as red and I'll change this because this is not supposed to be. So we have this red right there that we need that gap filled one way or another, and it's just pushing further and further away from it right now. And Miguel, like, and what I think about it is that it's going to do it one way or another. And of course, nothing got saved. So, yep, I'm setting a buy stop and a buy limit, and then if I were to sell stop it, uh, and I'm probably gonna even set the sell stop to see if it comes down and breaks it. If it were to be coming down this far and breaking down that far, I'm probably gonna set a sell stop. What? Probably like right here at this 133.165. sell limit. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, no, I'm not gonna sell one because it's already up there where it needs to be right now. So I don't trust it to make the move that it should, or I don't want myself to go negative. I don't think that was a Brexit, and I kind of see that the wicks close that gap. This should be the. Oh no, you're right. This isn't the Brexit gap, but no, no. This is just another gap that exists. Look, this gap is a 3 pip gap. 3 pips. A very, very small gap, but definitely exists. And yeah, you're right. That is not the Brexit gap. I'm sorry. That one is here, and it still has not come up to it yet, which is at the 138.617. I have that written down on another paper as well. That's my bad. Yeah, that gap exists like somewhere in here. But this one, this Brexit gap right here, is yeah, small but open. Not closed on the 5 minute. It wasn't even closed on the hour. It's not closed. There's no candle wick that is touching it. Very small, but still relevant. Very small, but still relevant, guys. And that's at the 131.08 area. 131.9. 131.9 is where that would be. And honestly, that would be a good limit for. That would probably be a good spot for a buy limit, but you know, who knows. All right, guys. So we went over AU, GA, UJ, and GJ to start the week with the Great Britons having a holiday this day. We're not probably going to be expecting so much movement on the GBP pairs, but it's okay. And so, guys, it's already 12:30, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. We've been on for about an hour and a half now. I know we all got things to do. It's the last day of the weekend, and y'all know what y'all's homework is. You know that you have to get through one of these documentaries and have that done by Wednesday, and to follow the dollar index. That is going to be the homework so far for this week, and just so we can all discuss the dollar index and be following up with it. So put everything down, get you some stretches in, do all that. Put the phone back down, guys, and go ahead and close those eyes. Put your hands into the pose and take some breaths. Woo. Guys, with your eyes still closed and you're still doing the breathing exercises, I want to thank you all so much for being here tonight. If you were busy, if you weren't busy, it doesn't matter. Thank you for helping co-create the experience, answering questions for others, helping us answer the questions for the people who did not speak anything tonight. And if this was your first time and you liked what you experienced tonight, please make an account so you have the ability to chat in the chat next time, so you don't have to feel that you don't have a voice, so you can't get your questions answered. And I hope that, guys, as you're continuing your breathing exercises, that I hope that you realize that naturally that you guys are coming into synchronicity with each other, no matter where you guys are, with the thousands of miles that you all guys have apart from each other right now. Recognize and realize that we are all one. We are still, no matter what our distance is, that we are all part of the same thing, guys. So that is a very, very beautiful thing. And the fact that we can bring this all together on the Trade House stream nightly, and even now we're going to be starting to do stuff on the weekends as well for something completely different. It's very, very powerful. So open your eyes, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. And as you know, if you wouldn't mind just putting something on social media, tagging me, tagging the trade houses, it would be greatly appreciated. And be excited for NFP this week, guys. Be excited for this week. Manifest the pips that you know that you're going to catch tonight on the London session or the New York session. Remember that the GBP pairs are closed. Remember your trading plan. Stick to it. and remember how to lose properly. That's still one of the number one things that has been sticking with me so much. AU and UJ are starting to move. Let me see. Gonna be a good London. I like that chance. I get to see saying that we're gonna have us a good London. I don't know why I'm putting like the country accent on you, but yep, brother. We'll see what we got going on. So with that being said, guys, be ready to catch some pips. Class is dismissed. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Ugh.